Hello everyone and welcome to another VASAviation video. Today we're going to be reviewing UPS 2976, the MD-11 cargo aircraft crash in Louisville, Kentucky only a couple days ago. I have located on the map all the footage available at this time so we can see in chronological order the footage and see the trajectory of the aircraft all along from the takeoff roll, then short lift off the ground, through the perimeter fence, and finally to the accident side. Now also we're going to be talking about the aircraft itself and compare it to a very similar accident that occurred many years ago in 1979 with American 191. Now on November 4th, 2025, a UPS cargo plane doing UPS 2976 taking off from Louisville, Kentucky, destination Honolulu, Hawaii, and within seconds after takeoff, disaster struck. The left engine broke away from the wing, and this is now confirmed by the NTSB. Flames engulfed the aircraft, and moments later, it crashed near the airport. This is one of the deadliest aviation accidents in recent years in the United States, and it's raising serious questions about aging aircraft, maintenance standards, and lessons that should have been learned decades ago. Now, the aircraft involved in this accident is a McDonnell Douglas MD-11F, and the F stands for freighter or a cargo aircraft. This aircraft is a wide-body aircraft and was built in 1991. The day of the accident, this aircraft was departing Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport bound for Honolulu. Shortly after rotation, eyewitnesses and surveillance footage captured a fire erupting beneath the left wing. Seconds later, the left engine detached completely from that wing. The plane banked left, lost altitude, and exploded into a ball of fire after impacting buildings just outside the airport perimeter fence. Both flight recorders that we have in the aircraft, both the cockpit voice recorder and the flight data recorder, have been recovered by NTSB and sent to Washington, D.C. for analysis. Now, we really hope both black boxes are in a decent condition so they can extract all the information possible from inside of those black boxes, and they will give crucial data to the investigators to know what happened. The cockpit voice recorder records everything that sounds in the cockpit. Now, the flight data recorder will have all the information about the aircraft systems, controls, and everything. We will have engine indications prior to takeoff, during the takeoff, and after that, and all the systems and all that information will be in the FDR, the flight data recorder. Now, so far, the NTSB has confirmed 3 points as the engine separation happened during takeoff. And again, this is now confirmed by NTSB. First, it was like in speculation from people. There were just photographs on the internet, but nobody knew if that engine laying on the ground was really from this UPS flight. So now that is confirmed that the engine separated during the takeoff, and that is confirmed by the NTSB. The aircraft's left wing was on fire before impact, as we're going to see right now in the footage, and at least now, and I'm recording this on November 6th, right now the number has increased to 12 people confirmed dead, including the flight crew and several people on the ground as well. While the investigation is still ongoing, early evidence points to a catastrophic structural damage and failure, obviously because the engine separated. This failure could have been triggered by fatigue cracks in the pylon structure, the engine, or the wing structure there. Also some fuel or some hydraulic fire in that left wing that weakened the materials there and the structure, and then because of that the engine separated. Or maybe a maintenance issue. Actually, the aircraft had been delayed for the flight for about 2 hours because, according to witnesses, the aircraft was going through maintenance on that left engine and that was the cause that the aircraft, the flight was delayed for about 2 hours. This is very similar to what happened to American 191 in 1979, more than 40 years ago. The final report, and we're going to go through that very quickly here in just a second as well, finally said that due to maintenance, that engine and the pilot and everything, the whole structure of the engine separated in that aircraft. Now, like I said before, I have pinpointed 4 locations on the map that correspond to 4 videos that are on the internet right now, so we can have a chronological order of that footage and understand the aircraft trajectory better and what could have happened. Now, for the takeoff part here, I have located here, because the video shows the UPS-9, that's the signal on the ground for the UPS-9 number 9 ramp on the Louisville airport. So that video is approximately located here, and we can see the aircraft is already on fire. We don't know how far from the departure end the aircraft is at this point. It seems like it's starting to lift off the ground. They barely climbed more than 50 feet over the ground just to clear the perimeter fence, but unfortunately then it crashed down again. We don't know if the engine's still attached there or it has already fallen from the aircraft, but we can see the aircraft is already on fire. Now, the next footage that we have is this dashcam from this vehicle on this road. We can see the tires garage here on the right side. It's like a warehouse there, and we see the aircraft just in front of that vehicle, just like clipping some power lines, it looks like, and it crashed. Now, the next footage I have available from the internet is this CCTV camera, kind of oriented to the southwest, and we can see again the aircraft going now right to left. It seems like it's already falling down, probably hitting everything, all the buildings down there, and the aircraft starts falling. We can see the aircraft is banking to the left and finally caught fire, and it's all fire. Now, from this camera as well, you can see that there are some tanks ahead, and I have found out that these are petroleum recycling plant. So and most likely damaged and hit by the aircraft. So you can imagine an aircraft full of fuel on a flight bound to Hawaii from Kentucky. It's full of fuel, probably full of cargo as well, and hitting these tanks of petroleum, of a petroleum recycling plant, you can imagine, and again, it's all fire. And the last footage that we have, and it's going to be very, very useful for the investigation, is from this dashcam mounted on a truck, and the truck is kind of oriented to the west, to the southwest. This truck driver was just standing there. He was having some rest or just waiting for his next job, and suddenly, before his eyes, an airplane crashed and everything turned into fire. About the aircraft, again, it was a McDonnell Douglas MD-11F, and the F stands for freighter. Now, this aircraft was converted from passenger. This aircraft before 2006, it was converted to freighter, but before that, it was a passenger airplane. And this aircraft was flying for the Thai Airlines from Thailand. And this aircraft, Hotel Sierra Tango Mike Echo, was the registration of the accident aircraft before joining UPS in 2006. From 1991, year of manufacturing of the aircraft, to 2006, this aircraft was flying for Thai Airlines as a passenger aircraft. Then in 2006, joining UPS, it was converted to cargo aircraft. Now let's talk about American Airlines Flight 191 with a DC-10, and again, very similar aircraft to the MD-11, but it was a DC-10 back at the time, November 110 Alpha Alpha. Because in May 25th, 1979, American Airlines 191, a McDonnell Douglas DC-10 crashed into an open field just short after a trailer park about 4,600 feet northwest of the departure end of runway 32 right at Chicago O'Hare International Airport. During the takeoff rotation, the left engine and the pylon assembly and about 3 feet of the leading edge of the left wing separated from the aircraft and fell to the runway. Flight 191 continued to climb to about 325 feet above the ground and then began to roll to the left. The aircraft continued to roll to the left until the wings were past the vertical position, and during the roll, the aircraft's nose pitched down below the horizon. Flight 191 crashed into an open field and the wreckage scattered into an adjacent trailer park. The aircraft was destroyed in the crash and subsequent fire. 271 persons on board Flight 191 were killed, 2 persons on the ground were killed, and 2 others were injured. That was back in 1979. Of course, the NTSB released a report on that accident. It's a 100-plus page report, and I will link that report in the description in case you want to fully read it. But basically, what happened in that accident is the engine pylon, and the engine pylon. The pylon is what the structure that connects the engine to the wing. Everything there separated the airframe. Because of that, some hydraulic lines there in the wing were broken. Now the slats that are the leading edge of the wing, they extend or retract. If they extend, they provide more lift and allow the aircraft to take off with a lower airspeed. And also during the landing, they extend as well, and they allow the aircraft to land on a lower airspeed. Because of that broken hydraulic lines, the slats there that were extended for takeoff, they retracted. Now that caused the wing to lose some lift and eventually stalled the wing. The left wing stalled, which caused the left wing to fall, causing that left roll and finally crash. Is this what happened to MD-11 as well, to the UPS? We don't know. The investigators will see, and now it's time to investigate the wreckage, to investigate the engine in the airport property, and the indications of the FDR. If there are some, we hope yes, and it's time for them. But there are some similarities between the two accidents that are to be considered. And for that American 191, per the NTSB final report, the final cause of the accident was determined to be wrong maintenance procedures on that engine that led to the pylon to have some cracks and some damage that during the takeoff caused the entire structure to separate from the aircraft. The UPS 2976 crash is not only a tragedy, it's also a warning. The aircraft involved in the accident, manufactured in 1991, was 34 years old. Prior to becoming a cargo aircraft, the aircraft was a passenger aircraft. That means many flights and many cycles. It also reminds that even in 2025, advanced technology can't eliminate human or end mechanical failure. Is this accident any related to American 191? And have we learned anything from that accident? Is the accident related to the aircraft age? Is the accident related to maintenance procedures again, or training? The NTSB will take their necessary time to release more and more information. The preliminary report will be released in about 4, 5, or 6 months, and the final report can extend to 12 or 24 months or more. They will take their time, and that's totally fine. There's a lot to investigate right now: the wreckage, the pieces, the engine, the aircraft, the airline maintenance procedures, the flight crew, the conditions, and everything. And of course, the CVR and the FDR, both black boxes that will give crucial information for the investigators. So for now, everything that we can do is analyze respectfully and learn from the tragedies. That's why aviation is the best and is the safest way of travel. Still is. Thank you very much, and see you in the next one.